If you're a guy like this that does these things, consistently over time, and it really might not even take that long, you'll become easy, you'll be seen as someone that's not a catch, and then she'll off the bat know your interest towards her. It's not mysterious, it's not fun, it's not exciting. It just becomes really boring very quickly. So yes, when you stop caring, this is when the progress just starts to come. Hello world, Prince here, and welcome to my channel, Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating, style, personal development, and so much more. All right, so if you're new to the channel, definitely consider taking a look around, liking and subscribing. As you know, it helps with that algorithm, it helps the channel to grow, and really does work to facilitate that strong, tight-knit community. For today's topic, we're going to be going over something a little bit different. We're going to be touching on why she wants you when you stop caring. I think this is something that every guy deals with at one point or another. So I definitely wanted to touch on it today and give some insight into why women may operate in this way. So this is going to be, filled with a ton of important information. So definitely make sure you stick around until the end. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, so shameless plug, if you have not checked out my video on no contact, I highly recommend that you check that out because it will provide some great insight and kind of works in tandem with today's video. Again, we're going over why she wants you once you stop caring. And again, we're gonna break down the psychology of it all, why some women will want you just as soon as you stop pursuing. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the video. So here's the thing. For starters, most guys do too much when pursuing women. And when I say something like this, most guys think of over the top, but I'm really not even talking about the psychos that maybe call or text every 5 minutes. See, when I say doing too much, really this could be something as simple as, just being too available. Maybe acting a little bit too needy. Maybe you just want to be around her all the time. Maybe she becomes your joy because, deep down you really don't have much that you're actually focused on, i.e. your purpose, in your own life. Guys that do too much, you'll often see these guys, on the first date with a girl, and then at the end of the first date, they're trying to set up the next date. Or these guys might invite themselves on, different events or outings that said girl is going on. So, all of these different things are no-goes and definitely is doing too much. And again, a lot of these are very subtle things, but they definitely do make a big difference. And all you really do is delay yourself in the seduction process, because really if you just kicked back and played it cool and just act naturally, things would sort of fall right into place. For instance, small things such as, texting. You wouldn't be in a rush to get back or feel obligated to respond back so quickly because, see me, I'm just a really busy guy in general. So it might be a full 24 hours before I get back to someone. But I know a lot of you guys out there feel obligated to respond to these messages in minutes. And all I'm saying is that this literally changes the way that women perceive you. In other words, they are going to respond differently to me versus a guy that does these sorts of things. If you're a guy like this that does these things, consistently over time, and it really might not even take that long, you'll become easy, you'll be seen as someone that's not a catch, and then she'll off the bat know your interest towards her. It's not mysterious, it's not fun, it's not exciting. It just becomes really boring very quickly. So yes, when you stop caring, this is when the progress just starts to come. But trust me, I get it. Like, I know how hard it can be, especially if you're somebody that's, young or maybe inexperienced, and you want to respond right back to that message, just drop everything you're doing. But trust me, I'm urging you not to do this, because first and foremost should always be your purpose. Plus, it sets the tempo for the relationship. So in other words, anything you do in the beginning, she's going to expect down the line. So that's just not something that you want to lead with. And additionally, it just makes you look bad. It makes you look weak. It makes you look unattractive. And the way that she views you is not going to be in a favorable light. So I just advise highly against it. And you have to understand that, the reason a lot of guys do these things is because really they're looking for validation from the woman. They want to know where they stand in the relationship. They want to know that the girl still has a high interest towards them. And really, that's not a masculine characteristic at all. Masculine-centered guys, they're gonna always take the affirmative and just believe in themselves and believe in who they are. So, they're gonna think like, hey, I'm a catch. Of course she's interested. Why wouldn't she be? So again, the progress really comes once you just stop caring, stop thinking too hard, stop, putting your logical mind to use. This really doesn't apply here. So for those guys who are thinking about, resorting to needy behavior, just don't do it. It's really not worth it. Even if the girl ends up hooking up with you or staying with you, there'll always be a small chance that she might meet a true alpha, a gentleman and a scholar, and be swept right off her feet. She'll be pulled right out of your hands and into his arms. So don't be that guy. And honestly, things really didn't start clicking for me until I got numb to the whole seduction process. Like, I don't really get excited anymore once I get a phone number or anything like that. My mindset is more so like, hey, let me just see where this goes. And then, once she demonstrates that she's somebody that, is high value, a high value woman, then maybe I'll start getting excited. But until that point, I'm just kind of seeing where things go. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you guys do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell. That is extremely important. And definitely let me know down below. Do you believe in this? Do you believe that when you stop caring, this is when, the girl comes back, or, women start chasing? Definitely let me know down below. Until next time, gentlemen and scholars.